What is up, guys? It is your boy, Dan Senpai here, and sorry for my inactiveness on YouTube. I've been kind of taking a break from YouTube for like the last week or so, and I just kind of just wanted to take a break and just say, hey, I'm kind of tired of doing YouTube for a while. I'm tired of making videos. I'm just tired of making videos because I was doing them non-stop because I was just bored. And so I'm back. I'm live. That's right. Last time I went live, I was like 2 hours long, just ramming on about anime. And I'm sorry that I haven't been doing much anime stuff on my channel, because I've been doing my Sunlight series and my Teleport series and other videos that I wanted to make, other videos that I wanted to make, and then I did, and whatever. In other news, my glasses are completely broken. Yeah, my glasses are broken. That just happened on camera. Okay, let me go find that. But okay, this is a review, episode 9 through 26 of Hell Girl. I initially wanted to do this video because I've been selecting on Hell Girl. I have, but coming back into the series, I binge watched it for the past weeks or so, and I believe I said this like a few other times in my other reviews and whatever, a series that I watched, that I'm glad that I waited so long to watch it, because if I hadn't watched this, if I watched this series like a few years ago, whatever, I wouldn't have appreciated like I do, and I do appreciate what this series, and it's how it is, like it's portrayed as real, like the setting, the characters, like the setting in general, and the theme of it is set in our world. And he has some things to it, like even if you don't believe in heaven or hell, if you're not, believe in God, whatever. In this universe, hell and heaven exist, even though we never get to see heaven. It's just hell. Now, there's a few episodes that I like to talk about explaining a suicide. Whoa, X. Calm down, but yeah, no, whatever, but I feel like I can relate to these episodes a lot more than I used to, because having grown up with suicidal thoughts, I can understand what these characters are going through somewhat. It's different situations, but that all comes to the same. You feel alone, and you feel like you feel like there's nothing there for you. Let's hit the comments real quick. No one has said anything, I think. I don't think no one has. Can't really say or see what's happening. But yeah, like these episodes. Okay, so the questions that I had: hey, can anyone who hasn't done anything wrong go to hell? Can people, like, what happens to the people who outlive, who did the contract, and then at the end of their life, what happens to them? They all go to hell. That's my question. And in season 1, like, it was just one episode, like way back, into the series, and it's episode 20 through 26, I think. And we get to see what happens. It's this normal girl. It's this normal, everyday girl. Like, she does nothing. Like, she has done nothing to deserve this at all. And at the very, like, she does everything. And she's a nurse. She helps people. People like her. Everybody likes her. And it's set up in a way that, well, maybe she did something. Maybe there's stuff going on, behind the scenes. And what if she's really bad behind the scenes or whatever? But at the very end of the episode, it's confirmed that she's a nice woman. She's a nice girl. nothing wrong with her. And at the very end, bam, she gets sent to hell. And we don't even know who. Look, it's weird because the killer is someone that was even, we don't know who this guy is at all, and we never find out. But it's never shown who went to hell or not either. Because he committed suicide. It should have shown him going to hell as well. But that was so fucking that was just a despair looking episode. Like some of these episodes are just pure fucking just bad ending and despair, just bad things all over the place. There's one episode when this one girl is adopted into this family. And she has to adjust to their family type, whatever, and have to adjust and have to be its perfect doll. In the end, she can't really escape from what's happening because when she goes back, then she'll just be proven everything wrong. But she takes it anyway and kills the mom. And at the very end of the episode, she could, it was hinted throughout the episode that, what he saw is just like the mom. It just wasn't, it wasn't really shown, but it was kind of like, okay, I get it. I see what's happening. And at the very end, she killed the mom, but has to live with her son, who's the same way she is, and is a living hell. And it makes you think, is it really worth doing it? Is it really worth not doing it? You can send someone, if your situation is so bad, you gotta send someone to hell, and it makes it better. That's how it almost always ends. Almost always. Not in some cases. But in some cases, there are people who don't, hey, I don't want to have to kill this person to be happy or whatever. I'm not going to do it. And they choose not to. And at the very end, that's the worst. Choosing not to kill it's a worse decision to kill them and go to hell. What kind of a decision is that? Oh my god. And it never answers what happened afterwards, so it's an ambiguous ending, an open ending, a dark ending, and it's just there, and we never get to see it again. And it's an episode, one with suicide, that got me in my feels. Was one episode that a teacher was trying to get this one student to come to class, and she didn't want to do it. And it was finally, and the teacher was finally able to get the student to be able to get out and come to class. And I'm looking dark as fuck right now. And in doing so, we get to see more of his character, which is, okay, this is weird, but okay, this is welcome. But in doing so, we get to see more of his, his side and perspective on things like this. He wants to die, he doesn't want to live in this world anymore. And the teacher and student have a bond. Because she's the one who actually sent him away. But even at the end, he's good. He's down to hell, and he said, "Okay, I can finally obtain peace." And that is not the case at all. Because all he's left with is internal suffering. He's with and internal suffering and pain. That's all he gets to have. And because he chose this, now the girl is going to be the girl is going to be sent down to hell as well when she dies. But he didn't even, but well, he didn't even know that at all. And it's sad. I mentioned this in my video, in my original video that I was going to upload. But I was like, hey, you know what? No, it'll take too much time, and I'd rather we'll just do this live and be able to actually say my opinion live, whatever. Like this, a few episodes in this series that actually notch it up a lot more than it should be. It's an episode which, of course, was an obvious ghost episode. That the soul, the girl who died possessed a doll and started to live, in the hospital. And if that wasn't bad enough, if that wasn't enough, we still would get to have the other characters, the journalist and his daughter, go out and try to find more information about In My Eye. Hello, girl, Jigoku Shoujo, whatever. And it's kind of interesting because like as I said before, she's eye is kind of like she's similar, not really blatantly changing, but her attitude towards stuff and how she reacts to stuff now is changing slowly but surely. And there's one episode called Hellboy versus Hellgirl, which was actually really interesting. A guy who's been sent down to hell, supposedly, who gained psychic powers that's never really explained, probably because it's kind of, if I remember right, probably because he was killed by his mom or dad, I think, and he went down to hell and came back. And so, like, he gained these psychic powers. And he was able to, go into and, like, actually fight In My Eye and her, and her servants. That was a really interesting episode because it showed, like, what is people out here, probably not anymore, but it's people who actually came back from hell, supposedly. And that, again, it's not really much intel or much information about this character other than, he died once and came back to life. And then at the beginning of the episode, he says, I'll come back for sure. I'll come back for sure and battle you again. Because that's how humans are. Maybe when he was sent down to hell, he just, like, it's like this thing. Humans hating humans type of a mentality. Like, there's so many episodes that I want to cover, but I just can't. Okay, we're at 13 minutes. Like, the amount of stuff in this thing, like, it's just like, I would never have expected with a series to have so much stuff and impact and things in the real world that it has. I would never have expected would have all these fresh things that are still alive now. This anime is like 11 years old. 11 fucking years old. That's how old this anime is. Like, it's old as shit. Not really that old, but whatever. And with the characters, In My Eye, it's changing with the main character and his daughter trying to figure out what's happening. And finally, at the end, we find out that their ties to her is like much more deeper within it's just a little, I'm the main character, so whatever plot. But it's actually really sad because she was originally, a little girl with, it's again, it's not really explained on if she was really psychic or if she had these powers or if people just thought, she was creepy or whatever. But it's explained that she killed animals and she could tell them, like, it's psychic stuff, okay? I can't really explain it. It's been like a day since I watched the entire series. But through this, it's the night of the 7 children, where 7 children are sacrificed every single year, and MI was next. So Shoujo, which is one of the Eterna's many ancestors, tried to save her, and it did so. Well, it did so for 6 years. I don't know how you couldn't notice that. Okay, but again, when they found out, and again, like, it's really sad, like how, like, they buried both her mother and father in a hole. So the mom and dad are just dead on impact. I's buried alive. And she comes back and burns the entire town to the ground, which is probably like a again, this is going towards more of a psychic powers thing that I was talking about before. And then she probably died after that. Lisa Shishiro would go out and actually try to stop, honor her memory, because he was running away, because he was running away from her, because he was terrified of her, and so even throughout all of this time, it repeats itself with his ancestor, which is now a journalist. A journalist met his wife in high school, and they hitched off, whatever. Now this is where I had my gripe. This is where I got triggered. We find out that the journalist guy is taking his work to, like, he's like, oh, I'm at my wedding. Oh, it's a new lead? Let's go! Like, I don't care how big of a news story that is, you don't leave your wife. You don't. Especially especially after your freaking wedding. You don't do that. But it leaves a wife and her neglect, which is, even after the kid, the guy, he continues to, he focuses more on his work. It's kind of like, what's his name? From Monster. Detective, what's his name? It's Detective Lunge from Monster. Like him. Like how he was so into his work that he just said, fuck my family, my boy. Like, this is all I got. And so, it leads his wife to cheat on him with the guy he's been investigating. Which leads to the divorce, and the mom gets mad, and, heartbroken, and drives off, and gets in a car wreck, and dies there. And this is his whole entire motive right here. I'm like, no, it's bad. Revenge is bad. Not a gay twist. What? Like, now it's explaining that he has motive for this entire thing. Like, his revenge is bad stuff. Like, wishing this upon people is bad in general. And you can see this with his actions, with the entire season. Like, he's trying to help people. Like, he's trying to get people to see that, killing somebody and sending him to hell isn't the only thing and solution. Which, in the series, he's, like, but the way as it's being shown, sending people to hell is the only way to actually get rid of your problem. And sometimes it doesn't work. There are a few episodes in this series that say, oh, you got, oh, nah, B. Oh, this isn't over, B. Nah, B. No. Like, both of these reasons are bad. Like, and a lot of these people who are sent to hell, they're bad people. They're killers and they're murderers, whatever. They're bad people. But in some cases, it's just some hidden motive or something more into the characters that's hiding into the big twist at the end. And so I'm almost getting to episode 10. I'm hoping that Hell Girl it doesn't lose its lose its momentum from it had for season 1. Because I heard some bad stuff about season 4 and how mediocre it is, like one episode, whatever. I really, I really don't want it to end up in that direction. I really don't. Maybe, maybe, maybe from its characters and to its music, which is the same. Okay. So the music is by the same guy who does Fairy Tail, Shiki, and hold on here, Ikito's in Dragon Destiny. I searched it up. He like a guy. It's the same composer. I was shocked too. The music it fits the tone. It really does. The plot, it's episodic. It starts off episodic and then turns episodic and then turns into its own little plot with characters that we actually grow to love and like, with real life themes that are being implemented into the series. Now, a few gripes I have with the series is the animation, but it can't really help that because it's been more it's been somewhat more consistent than some animes of this time, of this year. It has. It really has. And answering some of the questions with, what happens, what happens to a person if they didn't have nothing, they still go to hell. They still go to hell. But and the characters still episodic, but the main characters who appear every episode from now on, they have motive and they have reasons for why they act like, and why they act like they do. And in my eye, I'm loving her character and how tragic what tragic her character is. Because even if you saw, episode 1 to right now and season 2, episode 1, she changes. Like, it's not really a subtle change. It's like Rei Ayanami from Evangelion. It's a subtle change in character, but it's not really, oh, okay, that's obvious. No, like it's subtle. It's real subtle. And she slowly changes bit by bit. Like from the first episode to 26 or 25 or whatever, she changes. Not really much, but she changes and shows more emotion. And she's really an interesting character. Because she has an inner sadness to her. Like it's a deep, mortifying sadness to her. Because she's been seeing 400 years of death and despair. And just to her, it's just to her voice and her design. It's like it's just creepy it's just creepy. Like her character was made to be like, okay, that's kind of unsettling. Oh, okay. But when she actually shows more of her emotions, she seems more human. And this is what I like. Human characters in anime. Not over the top people, not over the top main characters, not over the top main villains with convoluted motives, whatever. Like, she's actually a real person. And so is the main character. He's a real person. He makes mistakes. People in this anime make mistakes. People in real life make mistakes. That's what I like about this anime. So, like in the direction that it took from every episode, like how they just carried on over and over and over again with this episode. Like every episode, like every episode, it was something new. You know, a new case, a new person, a new whatever, and it felt strong because it was so original, and there wasn't many, but it wasn't really reused plots and themes. They're all somewhat different, and they're all somewhat. Mm, oh,